All right. So we're going to be doing crown chakra yoga today. And we're going through the series root through crown week by week. And we're going to focus the entire class today on the crown chakra. So the crown chakra is at the top of the head. The mudra for the crown chakra, you can choose a couple of different mudras. You can either interlace your hands together and then just leave the pinkies up. Or you can bring your forefingers and thumbs together like a triangle and leave all the rest of the fingers out and open. So you're forming a triangle here, and you either way, whether you place the hands here or here, you're going to be placing the hands up at the crown, which is just above the top of the head. If you're placing your hands in this mudra as well, some choose to just lay in their lap, but however you feel called. You're going to find what you're comfortable for our breathing exercise. So find the one that you resonate with, whatever mudra that you feel comfortable with. And we're going to take a moment here to close our eyes. And we're going to get in tune here, beginning to breathe up through our roots, up through our feet, connecting with every area that's touching the ground right now as we're seated. Drawing all that energy up through into the belly, filling into the lungs, drawing the energy up through the throat, through the heart, through the throat, up through the face as you gently smile. And feeling the energy reaching the top of your head. We feel the energy as we begin to breathe in, ascending up through the back body, from our heels up through the base of the spine, up through the spine, and around the top of our head. And then we breathe, feeling the energy as we exhale, coming down the front of our face, down the front body, all the way down, and then around again, coming up the back body. We envision this wheel, this cycling, and each breath, we breathe up through our spine and exhaling down our front body. We feel the energy tracing along our central meridians. Each inhale up the back body, clearing and carving a line up the central meridians with cleansing energy through our breath. So we exhale down the front body, inhaling up the back body, finding your own flow here. Cycling this energy through up the front body, around the head, down the back or the front body. I apologize, I said that wrong. Staying in the same motion here. We're creating this flow that's flowing up the back body and down the front body, all around us. Here we begin to rotate this breath. We feel the shift as we consciously begin to breathe the energy up the front body and back over our heads and down as we exhale down along the spine, down the back body. So we're reversing this flow, consciously reversing this flow, and just tuning in to how that feels for you. So we're breathing up the front body, around the head, and down the back body, around the feet, creating this cleansing breath around your aura. Taking note if this breath is flowing very close and tight to your body, or maybe a little bit of a distance away. Up the front body now, around the head and down the back body. If you'd like, you can feel free to connect the tongue with the roof of the mouth to create a circuit along as the breath flows up the front body, around the head and down the back body. Wherever we have our mudra or our hands, we're going to gently lift the hands right along as we inhale, coming up the front body, all the way up into the sky. And then we're going to exhale and imagine it coming down the back body. Inhaling up the front body. Exhaling down the back body. Inhaling up the front body. The gentle back bend. We're keeping the neck extended. Exhaling down the back body. We're inhaling up the front body. This time as we exhale, we're going to gently fold forward. We're still exhaling down the back body, and we're going to feel the entire back body releasing and unfolding as we lean forward. Wherever our hands come, we're going to gently meet the earth, folding forward. Just taking a deep breath and feeling yourself up the front body through all those tight spaces and crunched in spaces around the head and down the elongated back body. Allowing each breath down the back body to open and expand a little more. And each inhale up into the front body, finding new spaces, new crevices that are crunched in for that oxygen to fill in and reach as it travels up the front body, around the head, and down the elongated back body. Taking deep breaths here. On our next inhale, we're going to stretch open and uncrunch, bringing our hands back up. We're going to extend those hands all the way up into the sky as we exhale. Taking a deep breath here and feeling here, if whether you have your mudra in the triangle or you have your hands together with the pinkies up, we're going to really feel the elongation here, and we're going to feel the spine. We're going to begin to draw that breath that's moving now up the front body and down the back body along the side. We're going to inhale up through the left side body. And we're going to exhale, leaning over to the right as we exhale out the right side of the body, down through the hip, around the feet, coming up through the left side body. Exhaling down the right side body. We're elongating on that left side, keeping the left knee down. Breathing down through the right side body, around through our aura. We're creating this energy field all around us. Now through our side bodies. Every inhale up through the left side body. Exhaling through the right side body. Maybe this breath is coming through as white light energy. Here we're going to inhale now, drawing the breath opposite direction up the right side body as we lift ourselves back up to the center. Inhaling up the right side body. Exhaling down the left side body as we fold over to the side on the left, stretching that right side body long as we inhale up the right side body. And exhale down the left side body. Inhaling deep through that left side. Round the head, up over the arms, and down and out through that left side. Creating a full circle all around you. Envisioning this bright white light energy filling every space that we've traveled through around our energy body as we inhale up the right side body and down and out through the left side body. We're going to come back up to center and we're going to bring our hands down, relaxing our mudra. Here we're just going to close our eyes for a moment and we're going to feel the energy as it's flowing. Sensing where our aura is lying around us in this energy field that we've been tracing through the front body, the back body, and the side bodies. About how far do you feel your aura extending from your body? As you just take some breaths naturally here, we're going to begin to envision energy flowing all through within this aura. Maybe this energy, as we take deep breaths in and out, begins to expand or brighten. With our entire energy body fully cleansed, we begin to take note of our connection between the Earth star completely beneath us, at the core, at the center of the Earth, and the solar star above us. Our connection within our auric field being representing the entire galaxy. Here we're going to begin to come up onto our feet, standing, and we're going to take gentle, mindful movements as we grow tall. We're flexing gently here as we bring our feet to the ground. We're pressing each part of the foot from our toes, wiggling into the earth. The balls of our feet at finding four corners. We're going to actively press each part of our foot down into the earth by bending our knees slightly. And we're going to grow tall through the front body, letting the shoulders roll back and the arms fall down naturally, tucking the tailbone. And we're going to begin to lengthen through the spine inch by inch as we tune in and we make any subtle adjustments to our posture to find straightening through the spine. Again, tucking our tails, keeping those shoulders rolled back, keeping a strong torso, adjusting the neck in any little tweaks or positions, any shifts that you need to make to find this straightening through the spine. Here we relax and gently smile. We begin to bring our hands up, our right hand and left hand together, and we bring just our right hand extended all the way up into the sky. We take our left hand and we wrap it around. And if you would like, you can just stay here, stretching the shoulder, or you can bring the hands together. Feeling a nice stretch in the shoulder on the right side. We breathe through the right shoulder. Here, we're focusing on alignment. Our entire energy body full, radiating out. And here in the crown chakra, we focus on the spiritual connection in our human body. And we try to align with what that looks like. Being fully in tune with the subtle energies that are happening underneath what's always physically moving. We're going to begin to lean down on the right foot, anchoring down, and we're going to slightly lift the left heel. We're going to bring the left heel so it's coming up to meet, to cross over on the right knee, and we're going to bend down into chair pose. So we're crossing over. If you'd like, you can continue to extend around and curve through. If you can twist all the way around. We're aligning with our spiritual self, our highest self. What does our highest self look like? Focusing, finding a gazing point, finding balance and small adjustments that you need to keep yourself focused on your alignment. Taking a deep breath here in through the crown and down through the ground, staying grounded and focused. We unravel on the next breath. Bringing both feet to center, we close our eyes and tune in to the energy that we feel flowing through each side of our body. Feeling the differences between the left and the right, the Ida and the Pingala. We're going to begin to bring our hands up to our foreheads in prayer hands, left and the right together, allowing the left hand to slide all the way up. And we're going to bring the right hand around. You can either keep it wrapped here in a nice shoulder stretch, or you can bring it around. We're just tuning in here to our breath, finding small alignments, small tweaks through our spine, through our hands, through our feet. We're breathing in through the crown, feeling this brilliant beaming light energy coming in through the crown And as we exhale, going down through the ground, finding that grounding, that solid foundation, that security, as we align with divinity. Fully connected with the Earth star and the solar star, or our human bodies and our spiritual bodies. We tune in to what our highest self appears like to you. Do you converse with your highest self? How does your highest self speak with you? Do you embody your highest self? What does this look like? Beginning to lean over on the left foot, we gently find a nice bounce in the knees as we lift the right ankle. And we bring that right ankle up and we cross it over to meet on the knee, slightly bending down into a chair pose. If you'd like, you can stay here, or you can continue around, crossing the legs together. Allowing, as we breathe in through the crown and down and out through the ground, allowing ourselves to align with divinity. Aligning and embodying that highest self. Finding your breath here in through the crown and down and out through the ground. In through the crown and down and out through the ground. Unraveling on your next breath. And just stopping for a moment to press both feet actively into the ground. Adjusting your spine as we find a bend in our knee, tucking the tailbone, growing tall through the front body, letting the shoulders fall back. Adjusting the neck to lengthen all the way up to the crown space. Each of the chakras is represented by a color of the rainbow, beginning with red at the feet, working its way all the way up, orange, yellow at the core and the belly, green at the heart, blue, indigo, and violet at the crown. Every single color of the rainbow representing a part of this human experience. We are all here to experience this human experience. Light refracts off and reflects these 7 colors of the rainbow. And that one light, that one true light that is all of those colors, is found through the crown chakra, the violet flame. Here at the crown, we breathe through, becoming a pillar of light. Breathing that one light through, in through the crown, and exhaling down and out through the ground. Coming down onto our knees. We bring our hands down on the ground into tabletop. We begin to bring our head in between our hands and just press the top of our head down on the ground as if we're framing our head with our hands. We feel the connection as we begin to breathe, flowing a circle up through the back body, around the crown as it connects with the earth, and down through the front body. Finding a circle, a cycle. We begin to bring our hands in, crawling them in closer to the knees, and we slide our head with it in. Coming a little closer to the knees where we feel comfortable. Coming a little flatter onto the crown. A little more connected, a little closer. Breathing deeply, finding this circle, this connection, cycling through with the earth and the solar stars, all through your universe. Stepping your hands in a little closer to your knees if you can, and letting your head follow. We press through the feet and the knees and the shins so that we can really press through and find this deep connection. We get closer in this rabbit pose, this Sahasrara. Realizing that everything in this universe is all one and all connected, and everything being a part of you, and you being a part of everything. Separation is an illusion. We're going to begin to sit back on our legs, and we're going to crawl our hands up just under our shoulders again. Lifting back up into tabletop, we bring our hands so that the right hand interweaves underneath the left and comes down, bringing the shoulder down on the right side, taking that left hand and letting it come all the way up to the top of the mat. We find a nice stretch here on the right side, the right shoulder. Breathing through, in through the crown, and down, out through the ground. And on our next exhale, we slowly unravel, coming back to the center for the other side, bringing this time the left hand through and interweaving it through, threading the needle, bringing the right hand all the way up to the top of the mat and the left shoulder down on the ground. Again, as you press through the feet and the knees and the shins, you lift and you deepen and extend that beautiful stretch in the left shoulder. Deep breaths in through the crown and down and out through the ground. As we unravel on our next breath, I want to come into legs up the wall, but I don't. At home, coming over to wall area if you have. I'm just going to be right here lifting my legs up, but if you have a wall, try to go to a wall to find support, because it can be much far different experience. So coming to the wall, you're going to bring your butt up to the wall, and you're going to slide your legs up. Slide your butt as close as you need to the wall. Turning around, laying on your back. So we're pretending a wall is here for you. We're going to begin to just slowly close our eyes and tune in to the shift as the blood flow shifts. We're tuning into our spiritual connection. We're allowing any feelings to flow out of us that help to block us up, that tend to block ourselves, shut us down. When we feel like we have a block in the crown chakra, the block may feel or look like literally a closed mind. This may look like or feel like feeling judgmental, closed off, disconnected, not just from yourself and your own spiritual connection, but also from others, kind of finding a separation, not finding an indifference with other people and just kind of isolating, keeping to yourself. A lot of that too, though, can reflect in a spiritual disconnection. Sometimes this can be just not just with religion, but even just feeling lack of a connection with your highest self in general. So, having this disconnected feeling, and in other words, realizing that you're not one with all. This can manifest in many ways. Just take your shoes off and come on in. You can slide your legs right on up the wall. So as the energy flow shifts here, you may want to allow the energy to shift by flexing your feet. Maybe you wish to open your legs along the wall and roll your ankles out, allowing this flow to flow through a little better. And we're just tuning in here to the flow as it flows through our body. We are not going to force the energy to flow in through the crown and down through the ground when it's coming the opposite direction now here. We're reversing the flow. We're helping to tune in to the things that block up the crown chakra so that we can become aware of these things, the way that we're like these isolated ways, or that ways that we could be closed-minded or blocked off, or feeling like we're superior to others, or maybe feeling like others are superior to us, but just feeling separate, distance, not recognizing that everyone is a reflection of yourself. Gently sliding your legs down the wall. We're going to bring the knees in to the chest, and we're going to hug the knees into the chest, releasing the lower back. And here we're just feeling that beautiful connection, that understanding, that oneness with all. Everything that we see inside of our mind, or outside of our eyes, excuse me, is a reflection of what's inside of our mind. And everything that's inside of our mind is reflected into our environment outside of our mind. Finding this beautiful connection, taking a deep breath, and we're going to begin to roll over and come out of the crown or the legs up the wall position by coming into a seated position. Do the yoga on that. All right. So here, we're going to bring our legs so that they're pressing with the feet together. Finding our connection here. We're going to consciously press each toe together, pressing each ball of the foot together with the heels. If you'd like, you can bring your hands either into the crown chakra mudra with the hands interlaced and the pinkies up, or with the fingers, 4 fingers and thumbs together. And we're going to bring our hands into the mudra. And we're going to begin to tune in as the energy recenters again. This time we're going to consciously breathe in through the crown and down and out through the ground. Here envisioning a pillar as we connect our hands here coming up, whichever mudra we're in, we're gonna have our hands up in the sky here at the crown, and we're gonna feel a connection from our elbows to our knees with light. We're creating this pillar here. We're gonna breathe in through the crown and down and out through the ground. Breathing white light energy. The mantra for the crown chakra. If you don't have a crystal singing bowl at home, or the tuning forks, or the binaural beats that you can look up even on YouTube, you can do the mantra and become this frequency and create this with your body, generating the energy flow at the crown with the letters A, N, G, Ang. So here you begin, and it helps maybe to visualize the letters A and G while you're saying it, but we begin with a strong ah, coming down, closing in with and finding equivalent for the breath, and then closing it down. And you can really feel as it gets nasally, you can feel the energy directing right through to the crown. So using the entire exhale to say this mantra out loud, or if you have to say it in your head, saying it with conviction, but it really helps to do it out loud so that you can feel the energy as it gets through the crown there. We're going to begin with an exhale. Empty those lungs. Inhaling deep. And all together. 2 more times. One more time. Releasing your mudra and meeting on tabletop again with the feet or the knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders. We begin to feel our connection. If you'd like, you can either press your hands down with the fingertips spread apart, the wrists actively pressing down, or you can come onto your fists if you have weak wrists, however you'd like to modify there. We're going to begin to anchor down through the right knee, just under the right hip, and we're going to press up through the left foot, up into the sky. Here, we're going to bring the head so that we're looking up towards the sky, and we're going to bring the foot so that I can reach towards, as if you're trying to come to reach the head and the foot to meet together. No, I know you're not there yet. I'm not there yet either. Don't worry. Maybe you are there. But we're stretching up and we're reaching. We're finding this connection. And if you'd like, you can envision yourself breathing up through the back body, inhaling, down and around, exhaling down the front body. Finding this circle, this cycle, stretching, stretching, reaching, reaching, and releasing on your next exhale. We're going to find a centering. Before we come into the next position, we're going to just feel the breath. Where is it flowing through the body? Comparing to the left and the right side, just tuning into the subtle energy as it shifts with each different asana. We're going to begin to ground the left knee down under the left hip, not nip, or nip, yeah, also the left nip. We're going to begin to lift that right foot up into the sky, and we're going to look up. We're going to reach so that we're coming to bring the head and the foot together, taking deep breaths, forming that circle, feeling that energy flow, cycling through. The energy connects through in a circle. Maybe your foot and your head don't connect, but draw that line there where it would connect. Carving that line with your breath. Excuse me, I guess I had some releasing to do there. Stretch, 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 reach, reach, reach for these final breaths. On your next breath, you can come down. On your exhale, we're going to begin to take the left foot and we're going to plop it down so that the foot is flat on the ground. We're going to begin to crawl that left foot over towards the right side of our mat. Now we already have our left knee down, but we're going to bring our right knee down here and we're going to slide that left knee back, coming into the pigeon pose, Kapotasana. So here you have the option to either stay with your hands down on the ground, or you can come up into the mudra with the pinkies up. Now here, we normally come down onto our forearms. That's another option, but we're trying to focus here on drawing the energy up through. We're focusing on the crown. So just really extending breathing. Taking deep breaths here, feeling that line of energy cycling through the central meridians. If you are up, you can bring your hands down. If you're already down, you can stay there. We're going to begin to take our right hand and we're going to reach it back as if we're reaching towards that back right leg. Now here you have the option of also lifting the left arm to really open and twist. Bringing a line with the right arm along the right leg and the left arm out in front. Finding that line. And we're going to come back to the center. Bring your hands down. Taking a deep breath here, feeling the foot flat on the ground. Feeling that line of energy up through all the way from the foot to the crown. If you'd like here, you can actively press into engaging the thigh, pressing into the knee and lifting the leg, the right leg up. Like you're reaching towards, look up and like you're reaching towards the back like you were doing before. Feeling that stretch. In every new space, we're breathing new oxygen and lowering down. We're going to let that left foot slide through and we're going to bring both knees together. We're going to crawl down into child's pose. We can allow both of the knees to open to the edge of the mat here for a wide-legged child's pose, coming down lower and closer to the ground, taking a breath here and noticing how the left side of the body feels, how the right side of the body feels. Maybe bringing your hands into that crown chakra mudra like a triangle. Just taking a few breaths here. Gently pressing your hands and your arms up as we lift. We're going to begin to bring our knees together if you were in the wide child's pose. From tabletop here, we're going to begin to lift that right foot so that the right foot is pressed into the ground. We're ready to come into the other side here by taking that right foot and crawling it towards the left side of the mat. We're going to begin to gently bring that right knee down as we slide the left knee back. So here again, if you want to stay equal and balanced to the other side, I suggest so, unless you have some kind of health restrictions, then I advise not to. But if you like to stay, however, if you had your hands down, or if you were all the way down, or if you were up, you can find your positioning. Finding your crown chakra mudra wherever you are. You can choose whether your hands are interlaced with the pinkies up, or if you have the forefingers and thumbs meeting. Finding that line of energy here. We're breathing in through the crown and out through that back left foot. Here we're going to begin, if you were down already, we're going to begin to lift up. And we're going to take the left hand and we're going to reach it behind us. If you'd like, finding a nice stretch. If you'd like, you can keep your hand down on the ground for balance, or you can extend that right hand out. Deep breaths through the crown and out through the ground. Coming back to center, we begin to lift, focusing on the left foot in the back, lifting through the foot, pressing through the knee, and we're to look up and reach. Finding that circling and cycling of the energy. And releasing on your next exhale. We're going to begin to roll over into a seat. And then we're going to come onto our back. So here we're going to lift our feet so that the feet are flat on the ground. We're lifting our knees in the sky. Feeling the connection. We're going to begin to lift both of the knees now up to the chest, and we're going to hug them into the chest. Feeling the rise and fall of the belly. And rock side to side to release the lower back and give yourself a nice little massage there. Feeling connected and at one. Keeping the left foot in, we're going to let the right foot fall down. And we're going to cross the left foot over the right leg as we were doing earlier. Crossing the legs over. We're going to take a moment with this left knee here. We're going to push the left knee out and really feel the left knee pushing out, opening the window. And then we're going to take our hands and we're going to slide our hands through the window, lifting by grabbing onto the right thigh, interlacing the fingers and lifting that right thigh up. Maybe you lift the right leg up and extend it.
Nice.
You look like a chicken wing. Realizing our intimate and sacred interconnection with all that is. We drop and release the right leg and the right foot. Both feet to the ground. This time we take the right foot, we bring it up into the chest, and we bring the foot crossed over the knee. We can push that right knee out and feel that nice stretch, opening, pushing the window. And then we're going to begin to send our hands through the window, grabbing onto that left thigh. If you'd like to lift your leg up in the air, or you can keep it in, pulling it close. You also have the option to grab the left shin instead of the left thigh. Long, deep breath into every little crevice of our beautiful, raveled up creation that's one and all with the universe. On our next exhale, unraveling and releasing. Sending our feet down and out. We relax and we let our hands with the palms facing up radiate We just take note of our aura. We take note of our energy as it's flowing. We take note of our thoughts, of our feelings, of the temperature in the room. We just tune in to where our breath is, and we connect to what's happening on this physical plane and what's happening with the subtle energy all underneath, underlying everything in the physical. And we bring them together. I am enough, and everything I need is within me. Keeping your eyes closed in Savasana. Begin to take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Thinking your eyes open. And meeting on our mats in Sukhasana. Seated with your legs crossed. In the Anjali Mudra with prayer hands at the heart. May we become the beacon between the spiritual and human experiences, radiating outward through the cosmos. The divine light within me recognizes and honors the divine light within you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Are you guys on there?
Hello, thank you. I don't know if you can see Serena or not. I got company during yoga.
Okay, love you.
Love you. Bye. Thank you.